we are going to start our show off by paying our respects, maybe more or less, to Jack Chick, comic book artist who recently died at the age of 92. If you're not familiar with his work, he gained some notoriety as the artist of religious, I would call them propaganda comics and pamphlets. Most famously, perhaps, you may be familiar with his comic Dark Dungeons, which went on to explain the evils of Dungeons and Dragons and how it will corrupt children, introduce them to manipulative spirits and demons.
Yep.
And no one should ever play it, and it's anti-God and that kind of a thing. If you haven't read this comic, I recommend it. You can see the first panel from it behind us. It is bizarre and
Not only
weird.
that, there is a movie out, and I've watched some of it, and it's fantastic because it opens up like these two kids going to college for the first time, very pure girls. Like, it's like they go like, oh, those are the like in a movie, the generic movie, the cool kids when they see them. It's like it's the D&D kids, and it's just like the fun. You just like, yes, those are the cool tough kids who walk.
That's
campus.
how it was for us, man. Yeah, those kids are the coolest. He's a level 9 wizard. But yeah, so I don't know. It is kind of it's an interest. It sort of, I think, marks somewhat the end of an era of our time, because it's a weird thing, we don't talk about it that much nowadays, but there was a time when Dungeons and Dragons was seen as a frightening thing.
Not only that, Magic the Gathering, if you look at their older card history, they actually had no appearance of demons for a time because of this kind of fear and stuff.
Right, and even Harry Potter went through some of that kind of thing. It's kind of a weird thing, but yeah, this was definitely the most hardcore of it that I know of. But I guess these comics, they're not made anymore,
or at least not in such high demand.
Perhaps not quite on this level. And Dungeons and Dragons, I think, is still around and has kind of escaped that
and
stigma.
still corrupting children to this day.
Still corrupting lots of children. So, no. I don't want to disrespect a guy who's dead, but he was super old, and honestly, based on his comics, probably not a very good person. but anyway, our best wishes to his family and other loved ones who are watching. I'm sure he's like hanging out with Gary Gygax and in the afterlife, or again, depending on your belief system. If you're afraid of that sort of thing, or you aren't, that's Jack Chick, r.i.p.